Welcome everyone to another episode of the Will and Rock Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Today's the day. We're taking shots. Somebody lost. I'm not gonna say who yet. Great card. UFC on Fox 28. UFC on Fox 28. The first fight was Mike Perry versus Max Griffin. Max Griffin. He got overshadowed by the hype of Mike Perry. Mike Perry, you know, as we know, Platinum Mike Perry. He's this guy everybody was looking at because he's a good-looking kid. He's a great fighter. But on top of that, he's a great talker. And the UFC needed, we spoke about this in the last podcast, we needed him to win. And this is the reason why I picked him, because I felt like there was a lot more pressure of him making sure that he finishes this fight, because he needs it for the UFC and for himself, because he's a star already. You know what I mean?
So with that being said,
Yo, man.
So with that being said, I went against Mike Perry, and there's been cards that me and you have picked the same fighter. I said he was going to lose the fight, and the reason why he was going to lose the fight because he got figured out in his last fight, man. They figured him out. You win the guy out. All he does is knock you out. He's patient. I'm gonna say he's patient, and he's very collective with his punching.
Max Griffin is saying.
No, I'm talking about Mike Perry.
Sorry.
Mike Perry takes his time.
Yeah.
He could take his time. Go ahead, man. Feel free.
Sorry. I don't want to interrupt you.
But I will tell you, the craziest thing about this guy is that he's been figured out, and he's slow. Mike Perry is a slow puncher, man. He's a heavy hander, so if he catches you, granted, you get knocked out. But he's slow.
The thing about Mike Perry, what everybody was saying is that he's overtraining himself. He's been taking fights back to back to back. He's overtraining himself, so you kind of see it in his body. He's not. First of all, his stamina stinks, and he's so predictable. Like you're saying, he's so slow, so predictable. I think that Mike Perry should really lay back for a little bit. First of all, have a different corner person in your house. I don't mean to say that women shouldn't be there, but definitely not your girlfriend or your.
No, it has nothing to do with this. Has nothing to do with women or men. This has everything to do with she's there for emotional support.
Right.
And this would have been something. We would have said the same thing if freaking Cyborg's boyfriend would have been cornering her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This all comes down to having.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but more importantly is that at least if Chris Cyborg's boyfriend is in Chris Cyborg's corner, he's a former fighter. He has some sort of skill.
I know, bro. Maybe he's a bad example of what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if it would have been anybody else's boyfriend, I'm just trying to make a comparison that we're not against just because it's a female doing this. So my point.
Okay, right.
Anyways, it all comes down to you don't have a professional person who's had comeback fights in the corner. It looked bad, man. It looked bad. And then one thing is, if Perry would have won the fight, this probably would have never been brought up. But you know what? He didn't win the fight, and it wasn't a close fight. And one thing that Perry needs to do is humble himself, man. Yeah. Fucking humble yourself, bro. You've been figured out.
Yeah.
You've been figured out. You need to humble yourself because you went in there talking shit about Nick Diaz, and you wanted to get the next big fight.
Back-to-back losses.
That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. If he loses his next bout, he's one fight away from being getting cut.
Yeah, I do agree. But yeah, so Max Griffin ended up. I already took a shot. We're still on topic. I don't know if we still win this fight. Platinum Mike Perry lost the fight. Max Griffin, tremendous performance. Not to overshadow anything about Max Griffin. Amazing composure. Really picked the shots. Just complete domination. Tremendous performance.
And I will tell you, if he would have fought anyone else, he would have knocked them out in the first round, man. There's one thing we don't give Perry a credit for is how fucking hard his chin is, man.
Yeah, he took what out of
He got a fucking chin and a half, man.
I agree. But yeah, anyways, so congratulations to Matt Griffin.
I want to see him fight again.
I agree with you. As soon as possible.
That dude is gonna get knocked out or knocking somebody out. He does that.
It's fun. It's fun to watch him fight.
So much fun.
The next one was OSP versus Ilir Latifi. What an upset, in my opinion. That was the biggest upset of the fight.
Did we both pick OSP?
Yes, sir. We both picked OSP. We both lost, so we are going to be taking shots. But I expected more from OSP. One of the things that you brought up was the fact that OSP OSP is a lot bigger than Latifi. But if you looked at them in the octagon, there was not a huge body difference. Latifi is a fucking tank, bro. He's a huge ass dude.
Well, the thing with Latifi is his hands are so heavy, bro. He has such fucking heavy hands.
Heavy hands and
While you talk, I'm sorry, I'm gonna
go
take
for it.
Shot, all right?
Cheers.
He's gonna take one too. We both lost.
Yeah, you know what? Here, let's take
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. But Latifi, great performance, great left jab, over right hand, and then right back with the left hook. Knocked the lights out of OSP.
Okay, so I'm sorry, dude.
No. That's exactly what happened. And you go ahead. Latifi won. But
Latifi won. So you talked all about Latifi, but now let's talk about OSP and what he didn't do. He didn't come out to fight.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing, man. What the fuck was that about? He looked like he was lost. He looked like he was waiting for Latifi to make a mistake. And you, as a veteran fighter that OSP is, and not to take away from Latifi because Latifi's been fighting for a while as well, OSP is the bigger name coming into this fight. He's beaten high level competition. Man, I tell you, he looked like a veteran. He looked like a rookie, I should say. Yeah. Going into this fight, he didn't do absolutely anything. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it almost felt like Latifi was out to make a name for himself. I love that Latifi called out Daniel Cormier towards the end.
You like it?
I love it, man. I love it. You know why? Sometimes it's good to plant that seed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Plant that seed because I don't think he's fighting Cormier next fight.
No, he's definitely not because Cormier is gonna fight Miocic. And then right after that, Daniel Cormier said he was broadcasting the fight and he was like, "Nah, I don't want to say anything. And then 2 minutes later, like, fuck it. Listen, he has no chance against me. I'm gonna beat his ass.
I got a lot of respect for him.
He's like, I'm gonna fight Stipe Miocic in heavyweight. I have my hands cut off for me. You need to go ahead and wait online or some shit like that." I'm like, that shit was fun.
It was funny. It was so well done because he started off being really nice. And all of a sudden he's like, "Yo, fuck this, man. I gotta go in on there."
Word up. Latifi, tremendous performance, took a victory, knocked out OSP. Congratulations to Latifi on that one.
Latifi looked sharp, man. He looked really sharp.
He did. The next one was Jessica Andrade versus Tessia Torres. Now, you go ahead and serve yourself another one. Jessica Andrade, what can I say? With all due respect, right? That girl looks like she's doing something illegal.
You know what? And the weigh-ins she did when she got into that octagon, there was a little bit of a belly on that girl, bro. I think that, I don't know, she just didn't look like the shape that she. Well, obviously when you somewhat dehydrate yourself while you're on the weigh-in, so your definition shows more. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I will tell you, she does excessive amounts of upper body work. Her shoulders, bro, start from the top of her neck, my dude. Yeah. She's huge.
I agree with you. She just put a whipping on Tessia Torres. Just picked her up, threw her around the octagon.
Hold on a second. The first round, Tessia Torres put in work. She won that first round.
She started out pretty good.
I lost. Cheers. Go for it.
She started out pretty good, but Jessica Andrade was just second and third round was just moving forward, did not look back, continue to take her down. You know, Tessia Torres gets back up, double leg, up in the air, bam, slamming the octagon over and over again.
All right.
With that being said, Jessica Andrade took the fight on decision. Good fight for Tessia Torres, but even better performance by Jessica Andrade.
This is the sad part about the sport of MMA, right? Yo, Torres is a freaking bolt. She's so fast, dude. She throws punches like, her accuracy is ridiculous. She's not a heavy-hander, so if she was a little heavy-hander, bro, Andrade would have had a huge problem in that first round, and she might not have gotten past that first round. So fast, so accurate. You mentioned her in-and-out game. That's what you just said, right? Yeah. Oh my God, bro! Better than anybody in that division.
It's like
better than anybody.
Pushing the left hook all the way back.
And her combinations were so put together. I was really pissed off that fucking Andrade won that fight. I think I thought Andrade was gonna win that fight. Remember, I don't know if you remember the last podcast. I was like, you know what? I'll go to Torres just to go against you. But then as soon as the first round ended, I'm like, man, this is great. not to take anything away from Andrade, man, she put her game, she implemented, and this goes to her coaches, implement her game plan in the second and third round. And even the second round, Torres came out guns blazing. It wasn't towards the end of the second round that Andrade just really took her apart.
She was just, and you're completely right, man, 100%. She stuck to the game plan for second and third round, and this is the reason why they gave her the fight. Tremendous performance by Jessica Andrade. Congratulations. She's definitely going to be the next in line for that belt. So
yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. Whoever won this fight was going to get the title shot. So that's great.
And then last but not least, John Emmett versus Jeremy Stevens. They were headlining this card. Why would the UFC put them as main event on a UFC that's free? UFC on Fox, that's free on Channel 5, as we know it. Because one of them was going to get knocked out. It wasn't whether or not maybe Jeremy Stevens wins by decision or maybe Josh Emmett wins by decision. It was who was going to knock who out. That was everybody was saying it. Even before the broadcast, they asked Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping says it's going to be, I don't know who's going to knock either or out, but somebody's going to get knocked out. They put on Dominic Cruz. Who do you think? Same exact thing. Everybody was saying that somebody was going to get knocked out even before they got into the octagon. Even Daniel Cormier said, okay, somebody's getting knocked out today.
By the way, Michael Bisping...
And that's the reason why they headlined UFC on Fox. That took us far.
No, you're absolutely right. Michael Bisping, man, great commentating on Michael Bisping. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's always...
He's so well commentating. I'm like, damn, bro, you're one fight away from making that your full-time job. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, he has one more fight in his contract, and he's gone. And that's exactly what he should stick to.
Hands down. He does it just so well calculated fight. My opinion on the fight, man, I picked Stevens because he's the veteran. He is somebody who, when he was taking his losses, you could tell he's grown from those losses, man.
Yeah, if it's one person that has...
Great fighters do that, man. Great fighters do that. And I will tell you, whoever he decides to fight next, it's going to be scary. I feel really bad for whoever's going to fight this guy. He is guns blazing. Accuracy is so amazing. And he's able to take somewhat of a punch, well, depending on how bad he's got.
Well, that's what he's known for, right? So he wants to open up just a little bit where he gets punched, but not too hard, right? So he doesn't get fully clipped, and then he does that right and left, that left hook that it seems like it's not a hard punch, but he trains it so often that lights out. Josh Emmett literally hit the floor, but. Let's talk about that illegal knee. That it was obvious.
No. So Merliata said this. One of his hands was down. His other hand was up. Where were they fighting at? Fuck. Where were they fighting at? Orlando. Good call. Shit. That wasn't illegal. It wasn't illegal.
Oh, in Orlando it's not.
It's not illegal in Orlando. If both of your hands are, if one of your hands is off the octagon floor, you can knee somebody to the face. Merliata told that to Stevens. Stevens came on an interview and said that he did nothing illegal.
Wait, hold on. If the opponent's knees are on the mat, which he was, it had nothing to do with hands.
But no. The reason why I say that is because you're fucking right. Dave Merliata told Stevenson that, and I overheard an interview with Stevenson mentioning that it wasn't illegal. I mean, but if you take, let's be honest, even if you take away that knee, he threw two back elbows to the back of Josh Emmett's head, clearly in front of the ref, dude.
But this is how the tremendous that would have changed, right? Because Jeremy Stevens knocks him down, right? Takes a couple elbows to the face, Josh Emmett. Emmett is trying to get back up, and that's where the illegal knee happened, which means he was still conscious, right? Although he took the illegal knee, he didn't necessarily drop to the floor unconscious. He was still around. He was still like a little bit conscious, which means that Guglielmo would have stopped the fight, right? If Josh Emmett would have now wanted to continue, then they would have gave it to Emmett. But if he wanted to continue, he would at least rest it for a certain time. He would have, got himself together again, and could have been another tremendous round. So, how important is that illegal knee to that finish? tremendously. And I don't know why people are just saying that it's not. I don't know. I have to see it again, but I could have sworn that I saw Josh Emmett's knees on the floor. Yes, one hand was out the mat, but that doesn't mean his knees were not on the mat.
But with that being said, the knee did not made a contact. I mean, it braced him. It didn't do an impact.
All it needs to do is touch the competitor. So that's besides the point.
No. I'm not saying that it was legal. I'm not saying that it was a legal knee. Well, now I'm actually changing my story because you're right. He was on the floor technically. The knee did not cause the KO. Just to calling it out there. I know that it's irrelevant because we're talking about if it was legal or not legal. What I'm saying is that even though it was illegal, the knee that he hit him with, the knee that he braced him with, because he didn't hit him. That knee did not cause him to knock out. And I'm not saying that it was legal.
No, I know.
I'm just saying that didn't cause him.
You're right. And I heard a couple of actually, important people in commentary saying the same thing. But no, I would have to. Yes, he did not. Yes, it's illegal. Yes, they would have stopped the fight right there, and he would have been able to go into the corner, get himself together again to come back.
Or not.
But at least that should have been the right way of doing it. With that being said, karma has a crazy way coming back to you. Josh Emmett, as we know, knocked out Ricardo Lamas with a tremendous left hand. He was overweight for that bout. He did not make weight. Right? He did win. Sure. And we said to each other, should he get a step back or should he take a step forward after knocking out Ricardo Lamas? But he immediately gets a headliner in UFC on Fox versus Jeremy Stevens and loses by what could have been in his favor if it was a disqualification.
Yeah, it was very controversial. No, I agree.
With that being said, I lost this one as well. So.
I think you were going to lose it anyways, my brother. Bam! Another victory for me, bro. You getting used to these L's, my bro. That's bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna start playing it a lot more safe. I feel like I wait for you to say what the fuck you're gonna pick, and I pick the complete opposite guy, even though I might lose.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true. You should watch the podcast a little bit more. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it, man. Anything else you want to bring up?
No, that's it. That was the wrap for UFC on Fox.
Yeah.
Shots we're taking.
We're considering changing our name, guys. We're still debating whether we should do it or not. If you guys want to leave a comment to give us ideas what our names could be, please let us know. But we want to make it more straightforward about mixed martial arts, and we feel like the Will and Rock podcast is not necessarily doing that. So we'll see what we end up doing. It might not change. It might change. We're still tossing it up. There's a bigger possibility that we are. Talk to
Anyways, we'll see you guys later in a few more days since UFC 222 is taking place. When is it? This week. This Saturday. So we'll be back. We'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube on The Will and Rock, on Instagram on The Will and Rock, and on Twitter on The Will and Rock. Peace.
Peace, guys.